The bank originally started 140 years ago here in Stockton back in the 1870s, so it's been here a long time. Most recently, the Berkeley family basically bought majority of the bank in the 60s, and it's still in the same family. It's in the third generation of that family now. In the past few years, we have been in the expansion mode. So we brought in a sister bank in Hill City in 2013. And in 2014, we purchased banks in Norton and Lenora. We're still a small community bank. We're about $175 million in assets. We're an ag bank is our main focus. That's what we know, so that's what we stick with. Our goal is to continue to get larger. The regulatory environment for banks these days, it kind of mandates you have to get larger to help pay all the costs that the government pushes down on us all the time. So, our goal will be in the next few years, hopefully find some more banks to buy and continue to spread out in Northwest Kansas is where we're comfortable at, and we've had a lot of success in this area, and we will continue to stay in this area. We're not looking to go to any large town by any means. Hayes is too big for us, so we like the smaller communities. You look in a lot of the smaller communities, the bank employees are very involved in a lot of things in town. When you become a bank president, seems to be involved in about everything in town, every committee known to man. But we care about our communities. We truly want to make a difference in our communities and have a positive impact and make sure that generations will still be able to come back to our small towns and have a positive impact on the communities. So yeah, I get excited. I love rural America. I love having my kids grow up in rural America, and we are doing everything we can to make sure that they have the same opportunities that we have. So we have to get involved and try to make a difference in all the communities. So you'll see a lot of our employees, our name. You'll see it more in Norton and Lenore in the future. We'll be involved in everything. We're very big in the schools and try to support as much as we can. And these little communities, the population is declining, so we need to, we've been fortunate. We've been able to, in Stockton as an example, we got a med clinic open a couple years ago, which was big for us. Redone our parks. We got an independent living, so we've been pushing really hard to try to make sure we have a nice place, nice community for people to live in. And we're very lucky in all these smaller communities. You have a lot of people that want to make a difference and get very involved in things, so it's nice. Banks have always been regulated. I actually was a bank examiner for a few years for the FDIC before I came and took over the role of president here. So I've seen both sides of it. I would say in the last, since 2008 when we had the economy really go south, there's been a prodigious increase in the amount of regulatory oversight that banks have. And if we're going to be in the game, we just have to deal with it. But you have to have people that are specific in their job. We now, went out and have just a compliance officer. It's our only role. Whereas before you could get by without having that. It's a very specialized role. So we're going to continue to see more and more regulatory environment. The bad thing for us, most regulations are across the board. So whether you're Bank of America or you're a bank with 50 billion in assets or 175 million, you have to comply with the same rules. So we've been very fortunate. We are a very strong rated bank, and we have a very good relationship with our examiners, but it's a lot. You're going to have, as I said, more specialized people in the future just to keep up with all the regulations.
Tell me, maybe this would be a good place to transition into technology and how maybe that plays a role in remain in the compliance picture.
Well, technology is very important in the banking industry. We have been blessed that I'm a number cruncher. I'm a finance person. I am not a IT guru. To where we've relied on Nex-Tech a lot to help us with all of our banks and all of our locations. You have to keep up with technology. It can help the processes, it helps the speed, and it's demanded by the public anymore. We are a customer service business, and we have to have working online banking. We need to have apps for our phones, and I do not have that ability to create those things. So that's where Nex-Tech's been very helpful. We basically rely on them to provide all of our IT services, from antivirus to our email systems to our hardware, our software. They provide all of our bank security for us. So, you know, Nex-Tech's what's big for me, as we mentioned earlier, they invest in small communities as well. They have their footprint in a lot of Northwest Kansas and Central Kansas, and we even have a Nex-Tech office here in Stockton. So most of our towns have a Nex-Tech office, and that means a lot to us. So we're going to make sure we do business with the people that do business in our communities, and they have always done a very good job. They've been very responsive to our needs, and realize that they have to dumb down the conversation when they're speaking with us and explain things to us. But we've used them for a long time, and we've continued to increase the services that they provide to us, and we plan on sticking with them. They've done a great job for us. The biggest thing we had to do when we purchased the new locations, we had to connect everything together. With the acquisition of the Norton and Lenora banks, we had to get everything put together, flowing to one location. So we relied on Nex-Tech to do that for us, from new routers to the new servers to making sure everything flows in the right way, and to make sure that we, you know, are protected from any penetration from any outside entity. So Jamie Gilmore works with us quite a bit and does a phenomenal job. Our phone systems, we had all switched over to Nex-Tech, all new phones, and Wes has been a tremendous help in doing that. So we've increased our efficiencies significantly by implementing some of our Nex-Tech technologies. Yeah, it works out well. They're close. You know, if we have any issues, they can get here very quickly. As an example, we had a power surge last year, and it fried one of our main computers, and you know, I gave a call, and Nex-Tech was here, and they were here all night getting us back up and running. So by the time we opened the next morning, we were ready to go. Customers didn't even know anything had happened. Yeah, we appreciate all that they have done and continue to do for us. It is hard. The one thing, we still do not open accounts online. We make them physically come in. It's important for us to know our customer. At the same time, it sure is a lot easier to get on your cell phone and transfer money than to come in and see us. So yeah, it's not like it used to be. You know, used to when the city got paid, you'd have 50 people standing in your lobby. Now you have 0 because it's all ACH'd. So that's changed quite a bit in relation to the face-to-face time with your customer. But for the most part, in these small communities, we know about everybody anyway and see them all the time at other functions. So yeah, it is a challenge to continue to get that face-to-face time with your customers. You'd be amazed, texting as well. You know, my phone sits right here all day long on silent, but I have a lot of customers that just text me. You know, they don't have to come in, or they don't even have to call and wait. They text me and say, hey, I need an advance of this for this, you know, and it makes it easier for them, and it makes it easier for us as well. Helps us manage our time more efficiently. Technology is going to play more and more a part of the banking world. You know, you look at the overall traffic into a bank has decreased significantly, you know, with the introduction of online banking and mobile banking. That'll continue to expand. I think that, you know, going forward, you will just see more and more new things come out for banking through technology that will help with our processes, that'll help. It's consumer driven, so the mobile banking will be across the board, online banking will be across the board. I think who knows in the future, I mean, loan applications, all of that will be done electronically. You know, one thing that Nex-Tech's helped us with as well, we basically scan every single thing now. So our paper files are basically gone. That's something that we've done in the last 2 years. That it's something new for us. It's hard for me because I'm an old school person. I like seeing that file in front of me, but that was something else that, you know, when our examiners come, that it's more efficient. I can sit right here and pull up every piece of information in the bank, you know, so that was another big change for us.